So, imagine my surprise. Really, not much of a surprise, but imagine my surprise when I hear, or when I read this morning, that Adam Copeland, aka Edge, the man you see right here, if you will, right here, the man that had his final match in WWE, maybe in wrestling period, in his hometown of Toronto, this past Friday on SmackDown against Sheamus, which he won. Imagine my surprise when this morning he himself comes out and denies any of the rumors, any of the reports that were put out there by Wade Keller and Pwtorch yesterday. Because yesterday, there was reports going around that Adam Copeland had requested, or basically let WWE know what it was going to take for him to remain, and apparently, according to the report, they denied his request. Well, this got the whole internet talking. Yeah, it got the whole internet talking. Everybody was certain this meant AEW. He's AEW bound. He's going to be all elite. We're going to get our dream matches. We're going to get Ed. We're going to get Adam Copeland Edge against Kenny Omega. We're going to get MJF against Adam Cole. We're going to get this. We're going to get that. Only for Adam Copeland himself this morning to go on social media and deny these. Deny all these rumors. And on top of that, acknowledge that WWE had already emailed him, and it was waiting as we speak, and as he was doing this, and as I'm doing this right now, it is, if not has been, waiting in his inbox for a while. I don't know how long, maybe since Friday, who knows? A contract extension to remain with the company. Yeah. He basically denied all these rumors. He denied the report, and to top it off, he said WWE already had an extension ready for him. And much to my surprise, and it shouldn't be, like I said earlier, much to my surprise, if not really, the entire IWC that was up in arms yesterday and, hipping and hollering and going, Yahoo! He's all elite, AEW, AEW, AEW. Imagine my surprise, but not really, when suddenly those people are pissed. They are mad. And they're taking it out on people that were only reporting what they had heard. Maybe even knowing that what they were reporting was not fact. I mean, JD talked about this today in his OTS Extra. And have a good flight down to London, JD. Be safe. But JD from NY206 of Off the Script, he tweeted on Twitter X, on X yesterday, that in his own personal view, there's no way WWE is going to let Edge go to another company, especially the rival company that's on the verge of having the biggest show in company history, if not in the recent history of pro wrestling sports entertainment. He basically said there is no way they're going to let him walk. And people, got on JD saying, they go, well, you don't know that. He's probably going to be AEW bound. You don't know. People were trying to correct him. And then Alex, just Alex of Alex's World, retweets the report from yesterday. Just thinking about whether or not if this is true and the possibility, the ramifications that could come from it, only to come out this morning on Twitter, on social media, on Facebook, and say, hey, I was wrong, and here's Edge himself, telling you guys that what you heard and read yesterday is wrong. It's not true. Only for people to get on him, to get angry with him for posting that statement or retweeting or basically sharing Edge's response with people. He gets bombarded, if you will. Now, he didn't specifically say what the reason was, but it was enough for him, as he was talking in his video, which is going on right now as I'm doing this, he said in a moment of weakness, he did something that he doesn't like doing. He removed the tweet. He removed the response, the showing of Edge's response, if you will, from Twitter. He didn't do it from Facebook. It's still there. But he removed it from Twitter because people were bombarding him with, criticism by, calling him out. And you know what I think it really is? Honestly, folks? What I think it is, honestly, is all these folks that were hooping and hollering yesterday at, hey, it looks like Edge is all elite. We're going to get our dream matches. Whee! The reason they're angry with people like Alex or anybody else that was talking about this report yesterday and then coming back and saying, hey, look, we were wrong. Here's the guy himself to prove that. The reason they're upset is because Adam Copeland himself, Edge himself, basically shattered the hopes as of right now. He shattered, the possibilities of any dream matches they were hoping for in AEW from becoming a reality. Now, I will admit this. Just because he's denied it right now, just because he's come out and said, hey, WWE has an extension waiting in my inbox for me to sign and for me to look over and sign and all that. Just because he's saying all that, look, I will agree. It doesn't mean he won't look over that extension and be like, yeah, that sounds good, but, that's not for me, so I'm going to go try elsewhere. I'm not saying he won't consider AEW and maybe say, you know what? I can always have these dream matches against certain guys that I want to face, like Sami Zayn and all that, down the line if they're still here. But I'm gonna try my act elsewhere. I'm gonna try elsewhere and see how it is over there. And if he does that, maybe he's only doing it for 6 months, maybe a year. I mean, look, William Regal went there and he was barely there for barely there for a year. He didn't even last more than a little over 6 months, and then he went home. Oh, not went home, but then he got released. He was granted his release and went back to WWE because Tony Khan understood why he wanted to go back, why he wanted to go there, especially from a personal standpoint. William Regal didn't even last that long there and he left because of personal reasons. Edge could say, hey, look, I'll test my waters here or wet my feet here for about a year, 6 months or whatever, see what it's like. I'm not saying he won't do that, but as of right now, a lot of people feel and believe there's no way WWE is going to let this guy go. And knowing that there's still more he wants to do, they might just give him what he wants. But the reason, again, a lot of people are upset, they are angry, they are pissed, and the reason they're taking it out on people like just Alex, JD, and anybody else that talked about this is because of the fact that today, the man himself, Adam Copeland, buried, as of right now, any hopes of those dream matches from happening. Because as soon as, I guarantee you, as soon as he said what he did, responded to these rumors and reports and debunked them, denied them, said they're not true, I guarantee you, those folks that were hoping they were true and hooping and hollering, they're probably just going like, ah, crap! There goes our dream matches! We were so close! No, this can't be. He can't be doing this to us. He has to sign with AEW. He has to go be all elite. He has to give us our dream matches. It's not fair. He's denying that. No. No, Edge. This is not right. This is not right. Not right. They're pissed. They're upset. And it's like, dudes and dudettes, get over yourself. Get over yourself. Again, just because he's saying this now doesn't mean, reality check here, doesn't mean he probably won't consider wetting his feet over there for maybe a year to see what it's like. There's there's no denying that could happen, okay? Even if for a year or 6 months or whatever. Basically there's no saying that he won't do that. But right now, he's not even contemplating that because his actual contract is not over. It's not going to expire until at least the end of September. So 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 you can whine and complain all you want. You can take your anger and frustration out on those that do this for a living and are just being the messengers or just giving an opinion and even taking back what they said. Look, you can take your anger out on them all you want, but the fact of the matter is, you need to grow the blankety blank up. Grow up. I mean, I know, and I've said this before, I know that if you believe, that if you felt you could have the power to control all of wrestling, all the promotions involved, from WWE to AEW, I know that people out there, this is the mindset, that if they had control over all entities of WWE, all entities of professional wrestling, sports entertainment, and they had control over all the companies that are part of that, from WWE to AEW, I have no doubt that if they had that control, they'd be like, okay, Adam Copeland, your next match is against Kenny Omega, 60-minute exploding barbed wire death match. Yeah! That's what they do. They do something like that. Maybe not like that, but you get the idea. That if they had control, they'd be like, Adam Copeland, you're over here, you're taking on Kenny Omega at All In, and it's gonna be a 60-minute, 90-minute Iron Man match, and you're gonna have all these, and you're gonna do all these high flying and flips and kicks, and ooh, it's gonna be spectacular. That is the mindset of some of these fans nowadays. The fans that are taking out the frustration as we speak. As we speak, on people like JD and Just Alex and others. All because Adam Copeland himself came out and basically wiped any notion of those rumors, those reports that Wade Keller and others put out, wiped them from existence for the time being. Again, I'm not saying that, there isn't a possibility that Edge would entertain wetting his feet over there for at least a year, maybe at most. So he can at least have one last hurrah, one last run with Christian, have one last tag team spectacular with the Hardys, have a dream match against FTR, have, a dream matches against the Young Bucks. I'm not denying that. But right now, that's not on his mind. What's on his mind is what's best for him and his family. Financially and physically and mentally. So again, for those that are upset and taking their anger out on anybody else, do us all a favor. Grow the F up. Grow the F up. And basically, if you want to live out your fantasies, guess what? There are these games that have Creator Wrestler modes in them. Create Edge and AEW Fight Forever. Create AEW wrestlers in there that you want him to fight against. And there you go. Use these things, if you got access to them, to get it out of your system. Use those to get it out of your system. Okay? Grow the F up. Alright, folks? Grow up. And acknowledge that just because this guy himself came out and denied those reports, doesn't mean you need to take it out on anybody else. So grow up, grow up, accept things for what they are right now. Stop thinking he's going to show up at All In or All Out because you want your dream matches. And do me a favor, do us all a favor, like I mentioned in the audio video podcast yesterday. Do us all a favor. Do us a favor and just be honest with us. Be honest with us. Be truthful. Just say, look, I know what he said. Just come out and say something like, okay, fine. I'm not happy that Edge denied and debunked the rumors and everything that Ray Keller put out. But I was hoping for it because I want my dream match of him and Omega in a 60-minute Iron Man match or whatever. Just come out and be honest. Be honest about it, and I guarantee you, you won't get so much flack. You will not get so much heat. And people will be more understanding. They will if you're just honest. But if you keep doing this BS, it's not a surprise to me or anybody else that people look at you as the reason the wrestling community, the IWC, the YWC, is as toxic as it is. So do us all a favor and grow up. Okay? Do us all a favor and grow up. But those are just my thoughts on Edge's response today, guys, and fans' reactions and, them taking it out unnecessarily on others when they don't need to. Give me your thoughts down below. Talk to you.